Merry meet and welcome to the general reading for all signs for today, the 26th of April 2024. This is Ariel Gatoga, and we are streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch. Moderating today on YouTube are the lovely Suzanne and the lovely Vanessa, and moderating on Twitch is the lovely Delene. Thank you so much, moderators. And thanks to everybody for joining us today. Today I'm reading with this Stone Marseille Tarot by Lily Stone. She's disappeared. I do not know what happened to her. I've reached out to her, haven't gotten anything back. I hope she's okay, but her decks are no longer available for some reason. But if you would like to purchase another Marseille deck that's very gorgeous, I've put a link to a different deck in the video description. Let's purify today with this 4711. 3 sprays in this room is more than sufficient. And I've also put a link to purchase that cologne in the video description of this video on my YouTube as well. If you're watching us on a restream on YouTube and you don't want to watch me shuffle, just use the timestamps right in the video description and you can get right to the reading. Obviously, if you're watching live, you can't do that, so you're just stuck with me for a minute or minute or two. If you are on YouTube, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. If you're on Twitch, please make sure you follow us on Twitch. You can watch on Twitch without ads when you subscribe to us there. This reading does go out to a lot of people, so if for some reason it doesn't seem like it's landing for you, it may just not be your reading, so just disregard it and check out the zodiacal readings instead for your sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. You can find the most recent readings for each of those on our website, arielscorner.com. arielscorner.com. Just click on the free online tarot readings link in the main menu. We still do have a shop, and that's at arielscornershop.com, arielscornershop.com, and it's a bunch of affiliate links right now, which means we make a small commission off of each and every sale, and it is a nice, easy way for you to give the channel some support if you'd like to do that. But stay tuned, because we're going to have a new shop opening soon, and it'll be more of a full retail experience without the affiliate links. So I'm excited about that, and I hope you enjoy it once we get it done. If you'd like to give us a donation, you can do that by going to paypal.me/arielgatoga, paypal.me/arielgatoga. If you're on YouTube, you could use a super sticker, super chat, or super thanks if you feel like giving a donation. We appreciate your support, and we appreciate you being here for this general reading. So let's get going. Cut this deck, nice clean cut. See what's in the cards for everybody. Oops, let's not do that. I kept seeing that card. There we go. Rogue little card there. Okay, we've got a 6 of coins. We've got a moon. And we've got an ace of wands. Isn't that lovely? So the moon card, very important card. This can be the card of illusion. This is the reminder that things aren't the way they appear. But that doesn't have to be bad news. It can be good news. What this crawfish is doing is it's trying to get out of this pool and onto dry land. So that's your thoughts trying to come out of your deep mind and into reality. Most of them don't make it. Most of them get pulled back in. But as they get strong, the ones that get strong actually manifest into your objective reality. So what's important about remembering that is that the strong thoughts mean the habitual thoughts, mean the things that you really believe, the things that you really have faith in. And you want to question everything because you don't want to have strong beliefs and faith in things that are either not true or things that aren't good for you. What do you want? A lot of people with the law of attraction and things like that give you this erroneous idea that you just think the thoughts or you say a few affirmations and everything's going to be fine. Even in the craft, you hear that, just sprinkle this powder and everything will be the way you want it. It takes more discipline than that. You have to really discipline your mind to focus on a train of thought over time so that crawfish gets strong enough to crawl out of the deep mind and into objective reality. So watch your thoughts today, be aware of what you're thinking, and be willing to say maybe not when you start noticing thoughts of things that you don't want. Just question the thoughts and just say, well, maybe that's not true. Maybe I can think a different thought instead. And that's what this Ace of Wands is all about. That's your creative impulses. That's your own creative will and desire to have what you want. And for many of you, this is in career and work and business and things like that, but it can be with whatever. So today's a beautiful day for you to start to question the things that are happening in your life that you just take for granted. Well, it's just part of being alive. We have to have these kinds of problems. It's a painful world, that kind of thing. And just say, well, what happens if I question those thoughts and reinforce the thoughts about the things that I do want? What do I want? And that's when you can take paper to pen. That's what I love to do, because then you're already giving your mind this image that you're taking a thought and you're making it real. So what you can do is you can make a list of thoughts of the things that you don't like in your life, and just realize that those are things that you can tear up and throw away and question, and then make another list of things that you do want in your life. And maybe take 1 or 2 or 3 of those things and start to conjure them, start to bring them into existence today. And you have that power. This is your magic wand. You have that power. So keep that mind nice and sharp, nice and focused. Don't just roll over and say, well, that's the way it is. No, it's not. You have a lot more power than a lot of times than this world ever wants you to believe that you have, but a lot of times than you believe that you have. All right. Now, this 6 of coins is talking about a higher power, an intervention, divine intervention. Divine intervention, a lot of times people think, well, that happens when everything else isn't working. That's the last resort. Divine intervention is our last resort. We got to hit bottom before we can call on divine intervention. And I don't know who made up that rule, but it's not true. That's another thing to question. This reading is saying start with divine intervention. Start with that. Start with asking. And this is that solar light. So if you like that idea, you may want to listen to my solar light meditation. I've got 2 different versions of it. You can learn how to do it all on your own. And you don't need the recording. It's so easy and so simple. And you can run that energy over and over and over again throughout your day today and ask for the divine design of your life to manifest in place of whatever it is that you don't like. It's really that simple. Your soul has a specific soul print, just like you have a thumbprint. You have a face that's not like any other face. You have a thumbprint that's not like any other thumbprint. You've got a voice that's not like any other voice. You are unique. And so your soul is a unique soul, and it already is coded for all the success that you're meant to have. Lots and lots and lots of it. It's coded for it. And what gets in the way is the ego mind that we've all been taught that we have to use in this world. We've all been taught that we have to put the brakes on our soul, that we have, that we have so many limitations, that we have so many problems, that we're just not good enough, that we've got so many negative thoughts that we just assume to be true, and we don't even question. And the soul doesn't have any of that. So when you call on that divine intervention first, and that one tool is one way to do it with that solar light, but there's many ways to do it. When you call upon that divine intervention first, what you're doing is you're saying, let's start with my soul and what it's coded for and go from there, rather than wait until we're so miserable that then we call upon a higher power to help us. Let's start with the higher power and go from there. Then we are armed. And the only thing you're dangerous to is the ego mind. What is with me today with these cards? My goodness. Let's just shuffle this a little bit more. I must have just been having some kind of party with these or something. What a wonderful reading. I love this. This is making me happy. It's exactly what I needed to hear. Maybe that's just for me. Thanks for being here while I'm getting my reading. Oh, look at all this. Look at all this. We've got 2 trump cards and a court card here. We've got this King of Wands. We've got the Justice card. And we've got the Hanged Man. Now, all the trump cards are helpers. the moon and the hanged man included. A lot of times people think, oh, the hanged man is so negative or the moon is so negative. No, they're not. Very positive. They're there to help you. The moon card is there to help you to remember, you got all power. Don't get sucked into the illusion of everything. Don't believe anything. Just you question everything because you've got the power to make what you want happen. And the hanged man card is saying, don't believe that you're suffering. Don't believe that you're sacrificing. Don't believe that you're a victim. Don't. It's an illusion. 2 illusion cards. It's saying if you ask for that divine intervention, what that divine intervention will do is show you how to see things right side up, because you're looking at the world upside down. When you see things right side up, you'll realize I'm not hanging from a tree. I'm standing on one foot. Put my foot down. I got to put my foot down and say no to things that I don't want, to say no to the ego, to say no to the illusions, to say no to those abusive patterns, whatever they are, whatever it is. You have the sacred power of no. And a lot of times we are, that's what toxic positivity is, and people don't really understand it, I don't think. Toxic positivity is when the ego gets a hold of this idea that you have the power. When the ego gets a hold of that, it says, don't look at anything negative. Don't be negative. Just be positive. Pretend like nothing else is happening and just throw a bunch of glitter on everything and it's just going to be wonderful. That's not what we're talking about. No is one of the most positive things in the world. Negation is positive. I know that sounds like a contradiction, but it's not. You got to sometimes start with no. Just like you have to clean out a space before you can reorganize it, you got to start with no before you can get to the yes. So today, you get to go through every single moment of your day, and I would say starting with no. I'm looking at a situation. What do I have to say no to first? Let's start with the no. Let's just get that out of the way. No, no, no. Okay, now we got all that handled. Now what am I going to say yes to? All right, I'm going to clean everything out. I'm going to say no to you. I'm going to say no to you. I'm going to say no to that. I'm going to say no to that. I'm not going to put up with any of your nonsense, whatever you are. And then I get to start to say yes to the things that I do want. Now, this Justice card is the star of the reading, and we haven't even talked about it, nor have we talked about this because I've been blabbing too much. The Justice card is all about the divine law of restitution. And in order for the divine law of restitution to come in and turn things around and give everything back to you that you've lost or that was taken from you in this world and make everything right again, which is what it's there to do, and it's going to do that for you, you have to be willing to get off the tree. You have to be willing to put your foot down and say no when you mean no. That's a purification exercise. It's like banishing or using salt water or sage. Those are a type of no, but you don't need any of that to use this. You can just say no to everything you don't want and everything that's not good for you. When you do that, that is a type of invocation to this divine law of restitution today. Now, it's telling you that you already know everything you need to know to be successful in this world. That's what this king is here. You've got everything you need. You don't need to learn more things. You don't need to go and study more things and collect more data. You've got it. You just need to start using everything that you already have. All right. Let's get into some meditations real quickly. If you want to do some meditations to optimize this reading, there's 3 that are indicated here. One is this moon meditation, and that one is called Healing the Deep Unconscious Mind. The Justice one is called Invoking the Goddess of Restitution, and the Hanged Man one is called Using Your Sacred Power of No. You can find all of the tarot meditations by following the link in the video description of this very video today. And I would recommend that you at least use one that sounds interesting to you so that you can optimize this very, very, very powerful day. And then also the solar light meditation. So you've got 4 meditations. Lots in there if you want to use them. But I would definitely do that solar light meditation a lot. You can do it in about a minute. So you just use that a lot so that you can start with that divine intervention and get things going, moving beyond these illusions and getting everything that you want. It's a very powerful day for you to be happy and successful. You don't need to learn anything new. You just need to know to utilize what you already have. Awesome, awesome reading. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much to the amazing moderators, Suzanne, Vanessa, and Delene. We'll see you all tomorrow for another general reading. Blessed be.